Welcome back to another video, and in this video I want to talk to you about a location in regional Victoria that you can actually secure properties for under $400,000. And realistically speaking, you can secure it anywhere from $350 to about $550. You can find pretty good quality properties. And if you don't know already by the map, the location I'm talking about is Latrobe. That includes Traralgon, Morwell, Moe, and Newborough. Some of these locations have properties away from around 350 to up to 550 and more, and it can present a good buying opportunity for many investors who are on an extremely tight budget. However, there are certainly pros and cons when it comes to investing into a region like this, and I'm going to break it down all for you, so make sure you watch through till the end of the video to fully understand what I am talking about. Because if you only watch part of it, then you're going to have a fundamental lack of knowledge about this area. So make sure you watch the entire video. And before I get into the video, if you have not already, make sure you are subscribed to the private community. We have over 250 members, and this location has been talked about dozens of times within the private community. So you've already missed out possibly the best buying opportunity, and you should have been in the group to actually know about this location. Not only that, you get free templates, resources, links, and guides to actually help you buy your first investment property. So if you've not joined already the private community, then you are definitely missing out. So if you're lost, confused, or unsure about where to buy next, what to buy next, or unsure about the deal you're even looking at, then jump in the private community. We will help you out. That is what our team is here for you to do. So jump in and you'll get direct help from us. All right, and let's get back into the video. So the first thing I always want to do with these suburb breakdowns is actually go through the data behind it and explain some of it. And in the first location of Traralgon, you can see the median price is around $490,000, or roughly around $472,000 for a 3-bedroom house, and you're achieving close to a 5% yield. If you really buy the right type of property, you can achieve a 5.5% yield if you are smart. And when we start to go look down at the data, we can see a decent amount of infrastructure spend. Not only that, we can see like much of regional Victoria, you can see a huge stagnation during and after the COVID boom from 2022 till about 2025, and for the first time or in a long time, we're starting to see a bit of positive price movement along the 1-month growth and the 1-quarter growth. And much like a lot of regional Victoria markets, Traralgon, Morwell, Newborough will be another second wind market. And when we look at the median rents, we can see it's rising slightly, just about 2%. It's a little bit low, but it's acceptable. It might be a trade-off for most investors. The socioeconomics in Traralgon is better at 3.26 rented to owner-occupier ratio, which is good. That means there's a lot of owner-occupiers in the area. Affordability is excellent, under 30 years. So it is a very affordable region and location for people to live in, which makes it easy to buy properties. Not only that, we are seeing a declining in the amount of stock or new stock coming onto the market in the area, which is a good sign. And days on market, while not looking the best at the moment, it's holding relatively steady. And if we continue to see that drop over the next few months ahead, then we can actually understand that the demand is starting to increase, which is what we want. We want supply and demand. Once demand increases and supply drops, we will see capital growth. Vacancy rates are at 2%. It's not the best, but again, that's a trade-off. And Traralgon is one of those locations where you can get a decently good property for around $450,000. In a similar fashion, we look at Morwell. And for those who don't know where Morwell is, you've got Traralgon over here, and then you've got Morwell down here. Now, when we start to look at the map view, you can see I put a budget of about $500,000. There's actually a lot of properties in Morwell that are very, very cheap, around $400,000, around $300,000. It's not as desirable as Traralgon, and I'll get into that. So when we look at Morwell, we can see the median is around 370 with an excellent yield of 5.5% off the bat. For an investor, it's excellent, especially in Victoria, right? It makes holding the property a lot easier as an investor. And very similar story to Traralgon, been pretty stagnant over the past 3 years, bit lower on the socioeconomic score at 1.34 rented to owner occupier ratio. So you can see from those two stats alone that Traralgon is a slightly better area, a more desirable pocket, and affordability is a bit higher. So that means it is less affordable in Morwell compared to Traralgon, arguably because Traralgon, people who live there will have higher incomes. Now, the data doesn't look the best. The stock levels are still a little high, and the days on market is steady, much like Traralgon. And it's a little high, I would say. It's at 79 days, so it's taking about 3 months to sell a property, which is pretty long, and it's not indicative of a hot market, not even a warm market. It's a bit more of a cool market. Vacancy rates are a little better. And we also look at Moe and Newborough. They kind of have the same, like it's Moe dash Newborough. It's a little bit weird, but very similar similar story, very affordable price, high yields or relatively high yields for Victoria, which is good to see. Same story on the actual typical price level and less desirable than Traralgon and affordability sitting at 30 years. But compared to Morwell, we can see Mo has a depleting stock level, which is good, and the days on market is a very similar trend to the rest of the other two suburbs as well in the Latrobe region. So we can actually start to see that activity is picking up in both Traralgon and Mo in Newborough area. Now, before I get onto the economy side of this, what I would say is that even though the data does not look the best at the moment in these areas, there's a couple of things to factor in. One, the data lags. Number two, this may be a good buying opportunity for those investors who do not want to compete in the hot markets like Albury, like Bendigo, like Mildura. These markets are a lot more hotter. While as you've got the Sheppartons and the Geelongs and the Traralgons and Latrobe Valley, which is a lot more cooler markets where there's a lot more opportunities and less fight for you as an investor to get a property and secure a property. And you're getting roughly about 4.5% to 5% yield in this area, which for an investor is pretty good. So there are opportunities there from a data perspective for you to actually go in and consider that area. But once again, that is only one part of the story and there is more to this. So make sure you watch till the end of the video. And remember, if you haven't already, jump into the private community. There's over 250 members, all helping each other out, all investing in different locations throughout the entire country, and you are missing out on valuable knowledge and resources. And just to show you a sneak peek, this is what it looks like. We go through different questions every single day in all different channels, including renovations and repairs, offers and negotiation. In the state channels, for example, we go through different information, different suburbs every single time. And even on the left-hand side, you can see that people ask me questions directly, which you can do as well. There is so much value and so much resources available in this community. You are a fool not to be a part of it. And that's just putting it lightly. Let's get back into the video. Now, the first thing you'll know about Latrobe, or you might have heard about in the news about Latrobe, and you can see on the map, is that it has a lot of, well, open cut mines. You can say, for example, you've got one near Newborough in Yallourn. I'm going to butcher the name. It's a power station up here. And then you've also got a couple of other power stations in Loy Yang and down in Morwell as well, which is an open cut mine, coal open air mine. And this will already start to raise a bit of red flags for you. Is this a mining town? Is this a one-trick pony type of town? What happens to the industry if it collapses, etc., etc., etc.? I'm going to explain all of that for you. When we start to look at the Latrobe Valley's economy, you can actually see on the data that it seems well diversified, and it is, right? You've got healthcare, you've got retail trade, you've got construction, public administration and safety, education and training. It is a well diversified economy in terms of its employment diversification. But we have to go a level deeper. And when we go that level deeper and we start to look at regional exports, it paints to a story of what the location actually produces. And it's mainly electricity, gas, water, waste services, manufacturing, and mining. This is what the economy and the local economy of Latrobe produces. These services is Latrobe's largest exporter, generating about $2.655 billion. It's huge, right? It produces a lot of electricity, gas, and water services. And following on from that, you get the downstream services into public administration, healthcare, etc., and etc., etc., and education and services. But if you've been following along about the Latrobe region, then you would have also known that it has gone through a number of power station closures. Because Latrobe has a number of major power stations which supported the Victoria's economy and service a lot of its power, a lot of these locations are starting to close. Hazelwood Power Station closed back in 2016. Then we've also got the Yallourn Power Station in Victoria's Latrobe Valley, which is being retired in 2028. This was originally meant to be retired in 2032, I believe, but now it's being retired a lot earlier. So this location up here. And for those of you who don't realize, we're in 2025. So this is actually very, very soon, which means that people will lose their jobs or they have to be retrained into other roles and other specifications for the future of Latrobe, and so they actually stay in this location. And then you also have its other major power station in Loy Yang Power Station, which is planned to close in 2035 as AGL reshapes its future energy portfolio. So there is a number of major power station closures actually set up for the future ahead of the Latrobe region. That usually means a loss of jobs. That means people might need to be retrained, and that causes an economic impact in the region, which could affect house prices adversely. Now, before you click off the video and you think it's all doom and gloom, there is a flip side to this, right? Because while a lot of locations and power stations are closing, there is opportunities in the renewable sector which is being pushed significantly into this area, right? Part of this article, if you have a read of it, a lot of these energy companies which are closing down their power stations, they are pushing towards a more renewable, sustainable energy transition, which means those people who lost their jobs could possibly be retrained into these roles, and it could also bring in new workers, new construction workers, new renewable energy services as well into the area. And what you need to do is to actually go in and read about Gippsland's 2035 renewable energy transition plan, where it does go into more detail about the transition towards its sustainable practices, towards its renewable energy production as well, which is important for the lifeblood and for the succession of the Latrobe Valley region, because this is an energy producing region. That's what it is. That is what it's known for. That is what its exports. That is what it is there for. Right? And we need this transition into energy in the future. And this helpful website here as well, Gippsland's New Energy, can help you understand about what projects are actually going on in the region as well. It is super helpful. You can see what is there, including the solar farm that it's happening, battery storage under construction. There's also other planning projects in place as well. And I think with the 2025 federal government winning in Labour's favor, there could be more opportunities into this in the future. Renewable opportunities may come up in this region as well. Not only that, you've got wind farms, plenty of wind farms nearby as well, which could help bring jobs into the area. So from an economic standpoint, you need to understand that one, a lot of these power stations are closing, which will have an impact on the region, but then also that impact can be nullified by the new renewable push within the area as well, and that transition, and that is needed for the success. So while Latrobe presents a good, compelling opportunity for the short term from low property prices and high yields in Victoria and a lot more interest coming to regional Victoria, for the long term, it can be uncertain. And you need to know about that, and you need to factor that into your analysis, because you don't want to be holding on to the bag for the long term if you know the economy in that local area is going to crash and burn. So I'm not trying to be all doom and gloom. I'm just trying to lay the facts out as openly as I can. But there is more to this video, and I know this video is a lot, but you need to watch the full video to understand about the region and the location. Simple as that. What I do want to go through is a bit of the region dynamics and the location, as I said I would in the first part of the video. And when you look at Traralgon, you'll actually notice that Traralgon is arguably the more popular area of the Latrobe region. It is one of the most populated areas, the most populated suburbs, and in this location you'll find the amenities, the fun parts, the better socioeconomics, the better incomes in Traralgon, right? Not in Moe, not in Morwell, but you'll also equally find higher property prices, as you would expect. And generally speaking, when I was talking to the property manager, they said the west side of Traralgon and the north side are the more popular areas, and that is where you want to be investing. And then if you look at the south side near Shakespeare and Lidar Road, these are the pockets that you want to be avoiding, or it's less desirable. Now, it's not as terrible as like in public housing levels, but it's just the less desirable pockets of Traralgon. And then you also have Moe and Newborough, which are the more rougher areas, you'd say, from a standpoint. And you can look at the public housing on the Microburbs website as well, and you can see that pocket in the southeast of Traralgon as having more public housing. And then you can shift your focus over to Moe and Newborough, which are the more rougher areas of the Latrobe region and less popular from a public housing, crime, safety perspective. It's just the more rougher areas from what I have heard. Now, of course, you do your own due diligence about the areas, and you can see the public housing in these areas are certainly of higher levels that you'd find. And then you've also got Morwell. Morwell is one of those areas which is very interesting because it doesn't seem like many people want to live there, judging by the abundant amount of stock levels in Morwell. It's going to take quite a bit of time before the stock levels deplete, at least I'd expect it to deplete, because they are very cheap properties out there that no one is really grabbing. So you really want to do your due diligence into Morwell as well. And so generally when you're looking to invest into Latrobe, I would really be looking at Traralgon and Moe as the ideal next opportunities across the Latrobe region, across regional Victoria. And please remember, it is still very early days to consider investing into this location. We still need to see more stock levels drop. We need to see more interest brew up into the area and more demand to come for us to really see price jumps or price leaps in these pockets. Now, what I will say is that a lot of BAs are actually buying up some stock in Traralgon, so you may want to look there. But remember, it is still very early days, so if you're expecting massive equity rises in the next 6 months, it may not happen. And please do your due diligence about the location, whether you want to keep it short and long term, because there are risks associated with it, as I mentioned, but there are certainly very good positives, especially from a cash flow perspective, especially from a low affordable price point and yield perspective. So do your due diligence. There are good opportunities here. You just have to be smart about the way you invest. best. And if you have not already, jump into the private community. We will help you out. Till next time, thank you.